right, thank you for standing by. This is still Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. And right now, time check is 8:41 a.m. and it's time for Mainland Focus, where we'll pick one or two major trending stories from the papers and then open up the phone line for you to join in on the conversation. It's going to be an interesting one, as usual, this morning. Now, across the papers, during trends in the papers, we had some stories that, were actually hot topics. But we have two focal points this morning. Now, we'll be looking at the new acting IGP, EGBETOKUN. We'll also be looking at the ex-depot petrol price at 490 naira per litre. That will be pushing, that means pump price will be pushing to about 515 naira per litre. Now, the angles that we're going to be coming from this morning is as regards the new acting IGP, EGBETOKUN. What should be the immediate agenda of the acting IGP? Fuhad mentioned some things earlier as regards police reforms, the recruitment, the welfare of the police, in the country, to the appearance, the image, branding of the Nigeria police force. So, do you agree with Fuhad, or are there other things that you think the IGP should focus on? Setting the agenda, basically. So, what should be the immediate agenda of the acting IGP? He has said that he's a tiger and. Or that he will be like a tiger.
He feels like a tiger.
He feels like a tiger. Okay, let me see that. Ready to devour criminals. Yes, I feel like a tiger, ready to devour criminals in the country. So, what should be the immediate agenda of the acting IGP, EGBETOKUN? What major reforms would you suggest to him as far as the police is concerned? And we all know that in recent times, there has been some sort of tension between the general public and the police force, especially with what happened in 2020 and all of that. So a lot of people have major, they have some, side eye that, as regards the police. So now that there's a new sheriff in town, we have a new acting IGP, acting because he has to be affirmed by the 10th National Assembly. And, they haven't had their first, should I say plenary session now or meeting now. So that's why the acting is still in front of, the IG. All right. But then what major reforms would you suggest for him as far as the police is concerned, if you're looking at, the police generally speaking? Now, the second focal point is ex-depot petrol price at 490 naira per litre. That is what we have on the front page of Vanguard, saying anxiety as ex-depot price rises to 490 naira per litre, meaning that retail price has now risen to about 515 naira as it is. Major marketers are now lifting fuel at 446 naira per litre. All right, so how anxious are you about the news? Fuad says something that who are the people that are anxious? That he doesn't have any anxiety of any sort. He is fine. But then, are you anxious about this? Is this something that we should all be concerned about? Are you concerned about it? What do you think as regards this news? The fact that ex-depot petrol price has risen to 490, meaning that for those of us in Lagos, for example, where we have our pump price at 488 naira per litre, we'll be looking at 515 to 520 naira per litre now. That's what we'll be looking at. So we also have what immediate measures can the government bring on board to ensure stability of petrol prices. We also mentioned here regulator unavailable at filling stations. The NMDPRA were not on site to monitor if people are not going to be taking advantage of this change in depot price, and if it's not going to lead to some sharp practices at the filling stations. So what immediate measure can the government bring on board to ensure stability of prices? Also looking at they said market forces, international players and all of that. There's a lot that was mentioned. Let me see if I can quickly get it. But then what immediate measures can the government bring on board to ensure stability? Because as it is now, with what we have, what Ipman is saying, the fact is that the price is affected by foreign exchange. and that this will be determined by international market forces, meaning that with floating of naira, deregulation of forex, and all of that, we may be seeing these changes constantly, and the changes are not affirmed if it will be positive or negative. We don't know if it's going to be coming down or if it's going to be going up. So there's going to
coming down to where?
I don't know. I have faith, Fuhad. I'm not.
No.
It's not.
Don't deceive Nigeria. Coming down to
where? Don't deceive Nigerians. Okay, but then the change is just a change. So we don't know if it's an upward change or a downward change. Just a change. Let's see at that. So what immediate measure can the government bring on board to ensure that there's stability as regards petrol prices, and how would rising prices affect ordinary people and the economy? Okay, let's also put into factor the fact that there's going to be 7.5% VAT on diesel going forward. So if we have increase in pump retail price of petrol, and then diesel is also going up, what is the fate of the common man? So how would rising prices affect the ordinary people and the economy? I decided to change it from common man because Mr. Joseph is very concerned about who the common man in Nigeria is.
The common man.
It's okay because the NLC said PMS is now for the rich people. I don't know who the rich people are. Some people will say, oh, they are rich. Some people will say, oh, no, I'm comfortable. And so the conversation continues. That's the focal point. Those are the focal points for this morning. Fuhad, let's get your thoughts before we open up the phone line.
For the police,
IG.
The IG, EGBETOKUN, he has a lot of work to do. I understand why he's feeling so excited. He wants to go out there roaring and showing that, look, there's a new sheriff in town. But it's not a one-man thing. It can't be a one-man show. We've seen this before, when new IG is appointed and he begins to give out instructions, begins to show the tendency to bring the desired change in the police force. But I think that reforms should be the priority for me. Reforms in terms of recruitment, reforms in terms of remuneration, branding. We need to rebrand the police. The public outlook is not good, Sandra. In terms of attitude and discipline, I think it needs to sustain what was started by the immediate past IG. Very, very important in terms of prompt actions and response to the discipline of police officers. And I think that we need to, as a matter of urgency, when it comes to branding, withdraw our policemen from our society. We can have private security operatives handling security for VIP. It's not good. The optics are not nice to see our policemen opening doors, helping VIPs to carry food, carry handbags, become their domestic staff. We need to look into that immediately so that we can bring that pride and honor to the police force. Very, very important. I think there's a lot that he needs to do when it comes to reform. So he needs to look into how to ensure that the police become, a job that people are happy to take again. So that's on the PMS again. I'm not excited. I'm not surprised. If you remove subsidy, you float the naira, allow forex, and you are still importing, prices will continue to rise because it will be determined by international forces and market forces. I just think that the government needs to sit back. Let's quickly fix our refinery. Let's ensure that we have local production going on. Whatever we need to support again or give to Dangote to ensure that it starts operation, let's give it to him. We're giving him everything, and I don't think whatever we give to him again can be too much. For him to start operations, and then look at our 4 refineries, modular refineries working, get private refineries coming up so that we can begin to refine locally. And I think that would, at least in the meantime, bring some stability to petroleum price, and then we can then take it from there.
All right, thank you very much, Fuhad. Let's open up the phone line now. I see a lot of people anxious to, have a word into, the conversation. So, 0913 6000 410 0913 6000 410. That's the number to call. For text messages and WhatsApp messages, you have 0913 6000 430 0913 6000 430. That's for text and WhatsApp. Now, you can also join our live session on Facebook and YouTube and drop your comments in the live chat section. We take comments from there as well. We're live on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. Please do well to also follow, like, subscribe. Would also appreciate that. Thank you very much. So, at Mainland 98.3 FM on Facebook and YouTube. So you can drop your comments there as well. Thank you. Now, let's see who our first caller is this morning. Hello, good morning.
Fuhad, good morning. Sandra, good morning.
Good morning.
Fuhad, Sandra, please, I think somebody should go and whisper for our president.
May I know your
that
name?
He should. My name is Joe from Bariga.
Yes, okay.
Somebody should be sent to go and whisper to our president to give us a good governance. His revenue drive is too fast. It's too fast-tracking, too much. He told us that if you remove a fuel subsidy, we will have enough money to carry on the government. Now, the issue of putting that again on the diesel, it will still trigger another inflation. Maybe we will have inflation about 50% now. That's what it's heading to. Please, somebody should go and tell our president to please slow down his revenue drive and look to other sources like our mineral resources, like the gold in Zamfara. We have a lot of mineral in Borno State. We have a lot in Ondo. We have a lot in Imo, the gas content. We have a lot in all various states. Please, you should look another way for this revenue drive. Good morning, Fuhad.
All right.
Good morning.
Okay. Thank you very much. Who's going to go and whisper to the president now?
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Mainland will do that now. It's okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Dr. Fuhad. Good morning, sir.
To the doctor.
See, on 2 points I want to talk on.
Okay.
On police. They should just have the police among them that they will not wear clothes. That will be the police, surveillance police, maybe I don't know the name they will call them, so that those people will mingle with the crowd. They'll be catching those police. I know one of that man, I lost his number. Are you getting now? They have police that catch police among them.
Okay.
Any police that misbehave, they normally get them out. And number 2, they should give us freedom to go and register for gun to protect ourselves in this country. When we have nicest, criminal will reduce. Because when somebody wants to come and attack you in your community, you will think twice before they can come. That I believe these people have gone.
Okay.
If they can do that. But on petroleum, this petrol issue. Oh, Mr. Fuhad, please. I think that we have almost something liters of barrel that we can use for a month now. Madam Sandra.
Yes, that's correct.
Then why the fuel now increase? Because of the foreign exchange. Because we have what we can still use. You have a lot of, water in your house, and you are telling us that we should come and buy because of what? Are they not going to go and buy another one before they can increase the price for us? I don't think you get what I'm talking about. They should not 419 us now. Because very soon people will not take it easy with them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Engineer Femi. And also, I appreciate 0913-6000-410. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes.
This is Moses from Missoula.
Okay, good morning.
Well, it's a good appointment. EGBETOKUN.
Okay.
Because he's got some experience under his belt. When he was in charge of RRS, he did a very, very professional job. And he even handed over to someone who is doing almost a better job. That's a Tunji issue. So with that alone, one can as well believe that he has an antecedent. But then there is this saying I wish, I have new levels, new devils. Now you've been exalted. So that remains to be heard. But he has shown eagerness. He has shown that he really wants the eternal rivalry, if I use that word, between the IG and the PSC, Police Service Commission. This ugly monster, the very said, for the past 3-4 years, if I say they established that PSC, it's like the IG's office is antagonistic, to the PSC. And if there's anything you never need when it comes to security, distractions. What has left, or even to where we are today, the fact that we screen over 30 things, which one is doing the best of until Osama destroy many lives. So the fact that we have Boko Haram and the like over the years is because we've not had our security apparatus working in harmony. And that cannot afford to happen in the police. I think the president should look into it urgently. PSC, IG rivalry. He is in good hands because his senator, IG Baba, honestly, that man surprised me. I never gave him one hope like this that if I'm not perform. But at least to an extent, the office of police now is quite good. This is a man that summary dismissal, instant suspension, they are all everywhere. Once a policeman misbehaves, you see them take action. So it can continue from where that man stopped. And we need this good, view of the police so that we can have a better relationship with them. Concerning the petroleum and all the issues.
Thank you. Thank you. Listener, would appreciate if you can stick with that. 0913 410, that's the number to call. And for text messages and WhatsApp messages, it's 0913 430. Don't forget that you can drop your comments as well on our live streaming platforms on Facebook and YouTube at Mainland 98.3 FM. Now, let's carry on. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning.
Yeah, Sandra, how are you?
I'm well, Mr. Peter. Good morning.
Fuhad, good morning, sir. Yeah, I think my suggestion to the acting IGP, first of all, give Nigerians a hot number that they can call you or call your men, your officers that would checkmate the excesses of some criminals in police uniform that are destroying the image of the beautiful police force we have. Give those numbers to Nigeria, and when they call, they must take that call and respond immediately. Then, authorize Nigerians to record any operation of the police on the roads. Because Black Lives Matter in US, it was a 16-year-old girl that recorded that incident, and nothing happened to it. But in Nigeria, if you want to record anything, it is this police and some area was around it that will tell you, I'll send you, I will break your phone. They did that to go along with corridor, they will tell you that I will break your phone. Hey, tell me, let Nigerians record whatever they want to record and send to you and you respond. I'm happy that I used to talk about one place at Dakota that some police, one man, I mentioned their name when they come to radio station. I told those officers that I'm happy to report this morning that for about a month now, I have not seen those police extortion at play. Sometimes a woman, talk like this, will need the gang. Sometimes one man talks like this, will need the gang. But for after today, I'm not in the show. That's what I want to say. Then go to return, Farm Group, Saheed, Total, those guys that are there collecting money for the police, please stop them. And then let us know those that are collecting from government. If you can do that, then we are good to go. And finally, on petroleum, please. I want to say that, Fuhad, I took the advice, I don't enter motor all the time. I have stopped buying fuel. I just depend on radio. Nigeria, I made one health officer, he told me that every day I need 15,000 steps to take for good health. So I take a lot, Nigeria, please pray. Leave the fuel for them, finish it for the rich. In fact, those that are criminally rich,
Mr. Peter.
they are the people buying fuel. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Sandra.
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Fuhad.
Okay.
John from Mobola.
All right.
It's okay. God for one. You are a children of your parents too. You know, we spoke about this that as far as you are importing fuel, the prices of fuel will go up. Nothing you can do. It's simple economics now. Factors of production. You cite your industry near to land to save costs, to save transportation, to save time. Are you there with me? It's basic issues in the economy. It's not carrying something. There is nothing hidden. But these people they have zero IQ level digit. Honestly, to speak properly. Or maybe they are doing it. I know they are doing it deliberately. Because we have professors among them, we have lawyers among them, we have technocrats among them, but they will not do the right thing. I'm going to build a refinery. You cannot build a refinery, you cannot repair one, you have 4. And you are talking about landing costs that is decimated on international currency. Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning. I appreciate you're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. This is Mainland Focus, and we're looking at the appointment or the decoration, should I say, of the newly appointed IG. Yes, by the Vice President Kayode EGBETOKUN, who said that he feels like a tiger and is ready to devour the enemies of the country. So what are the things that what's the agenda that you'd like to set forward for the IGP? What are the things that you think you should focus on as regards the Nigeria Police Force? A lot of people have said so far a lot of things. So what are your thoughts? You can share with us via the phone line 0913 6000 410 or text message or WhatsApp 0913 6000 430 or via our chat comment section on our live streaming platforms on Facebook and YouTube. The second focal point, of course, is as regards the increase in ex-depot price to 490 naira per litre, which means that we will be looking at 515 naira to 520 naira per litre at the pump,
Lagos, yeah.
At the pump level here in Lagos, of course, from 488 naira. So what are your thoughts, and how should the common man survive in this reality that we seem to be having now in this country, especially with the fact that these changes have been determined to be constant? They are going to be coming as they are coming, and it's not we are not sure if it's a positive change or a negative change. These changes as regards the prices on petrol. So deregulation or not, what are your thoughts as regards the increase in the ex-depot price? Let's see what we have on Facebook. Sunday Daniel: in US, police generate money for government. Once you default, they give you bill and the grace of 1 week to pay. Why can't we do the same in Nigeria? Take care of their welfare and strategize also. May God help us. Fuhad, would you like to share a cent or two on that?
On revenue by the police.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Well, again, there are a lot of. I think when it comes to revenue, I think it's more of the police should concentrate more on security of life and property. When it comes to revenue, I don't know about that. The courts, there are even still questions about fines and levies, that non-state actors for Nigeria. So I think concentration should be more on how to secure Nigerians,
All right, then. No, that's from Sunday, Daniel the 2nd. Also have Olulade Folahon on here on Facebook. I'm not sure if the last comment I dropped on your YouTube stream was read. This won't encourage online listeners. Today, I believe the shrewdness and secrecy surrounding our oil and gas sector is what is creating the mess we are in. If the government is really serious, Nigerians should see an extensive forensic audit of NNPC in the last 5 years and use the outcome to create reforms that can have meaningful impact in the society. That's Olulade for Lahons. You're believing in there's shrewdness and secrecy surrounding our oil and gas sector. There needs to be some sort of light shed on that sector, don't you think? For there's too much hows and whys.
Yeah, so too much mystery and secrecy. You be listening to what Ajibola also said now about that sector,
yes.
didn't we?
Yes.
And that was about 30 years ago, talking about that mystery in the oil and gas sector, the NNPC and stakeholders in that sector. And the Ola used to always say that, look, the deeper you go into the oil and gas sector in Nigeria, the more pessimistic you get about the future of the country. But we have to dig into it.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you very much. Now, we also have Oluwole Noah Taiwo saying, good morning, Mainland crew. Concerning the NPF, good and vibrant relationship should be between the police and the citizens. Their welfare is also important. Increase in salary and allowance. Their barracks should be fixed to proper health sites. Notice, Okay. Thank you very much, Oluwole. Noah Taiwo is saying there's something that we need to look at from our own end. Okay. Thank you for that notice. But then, as regards welfare, of course, I think that's another thing that we have been having a conversation as regards, the welfare of the Nigerian police. So let's see what we have. Let's go back to the phone lines. We'll be going to WhatsApp in a bit. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Yes.
Yeah, Alhaji Suba.
Good morning, Alhaji Suba.
Thank you. First of all, let me just talk about the new IGP. Based on his antecedents, we know this guy, this man is righteous.
Okay.
And he can perform. He has done it. People witness it. You know what we observed in the last regime, the former IG, Alikali Baba is also righteous, but it's been withheld by the president, especially with this president. With this banding Fulani issue. But I bet you this man is going to perform. What are we expecting to do? All that is, Amatekun and others. It is not time to give them weapons, to protect themselves. Have a nation to protect the citizens, the local people, and I know the man is going to do it. So, to me, I have no fear about that. But on the issue of petroleum, you see, we should expect, as far as I'm concerned, the fluctuation of oil will always affect our price in this country. Unless the solution is we resuscitate our refinery. Fluctuation of OPEC, crude oil, and at the same time the currency, the dollars. So even as much as we are seeing imported, finished product to Nigeria. So we beg our president to focus on our refinery. The moment our refinery is working, there will be no fluctuation. Everybody, our price will be static. That is my proposition. And Nigerians should understand that. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Alhaji Sube. Appreciate. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
Mr. Fuhad, I greet you. This is Babaji.
Okay.
Quickly, I think I was expecting Mr. President to look at the books first before you started, this rush. Probably people said the former president was too slow. So now this president wants to be very fast. But one needs to be very careful because the way you fire the servo, one after the other, I don't think you have to move slowly, if you ask me. Mr. Fuhad, does it mean the 8 years of Buhari, they could not fix just one refinery? I'm asking the question. What happened to that money the National Assembly approved? $1.5 billion US that the Port Harcourt refinery sooner than later, was producing. I don't know. And for the new IG system, the structure, I hear people saying one is righteous, the other one is not righteous. Righteousness belongs to Almighty God. Nobody is righteous. It's the system that will make you to perform. I remember vividly, blessed memory, Professor Dora Queen. She tried, but at the end of the day, what happened? People said, look, you want to take food out of our mouth. It was big problem. The woman survived that shooting in Anambra, if you remember, before finally, painfully, she died of cancer. So it's the system. You have to look at the system. So I want to beg Mr. President, I know there are many things you have to do immediately. At the books of your predecessor, I know you have the same political party. Don't just rush everything. At the end of the day, what we have, this fuel increase will start going up because of international prices. Please, I beg you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate. We appreciate that's setting his own agenda, I guess. All right. This is the Mainland 98.3 FM. I have a comment here on YouTube. Very quickly, Columbus Inuwanu. I apologize if I didn't get that pronunciation correctly. Columbus, thank you very much. He said, watching your station on YouTube in my village, Iyakwe, in South Ibe, Edo State. I also hope I got the correct pronunciation of the places correctly. But thank you very much. Iyakpi in South Ibe, Edo State. Oh, that's amazing. You're welcome to Mainland 98.3 FM, and we hope that you stay tuned. All right, let's see what we have here. We have some WhatsApp messages here. Good morning, Miss Sandra and Mr. Fuhad. Great analysis as always. There's no name. Oh, this is unfortunate. There's no name, no location. I would really appreciate if we can add our name and location to our messages, so we can know who exactly we are speaking with. But then, all right, please, will the Nigerian government, as a matter of public urgency and emergency, cut down on the cost of governance? This is the same government advising the already impoverished masses to tighten up their belt, but the government is not doing the same. Please, the salaries and allowances of lawmakers and government officials should be cut down drastically. The cost of running the government in this country is too high. Thoroughbred Econ. Also, I have here, article says it's alcohol that affected Wike's kidney, not poison. Maybe he has a point. After all, they were close friends, so they know themselves. On the appointment of service chiefs, though, we can see some shift from the obviously nepotistic style of the past administration. It's left to be seen if the same cabals will not twist the current president using their magomago electoral support as a weapon against him, given by the statement made by El Rufai about the elections. Steve from Ijaniki, thank you very much. I also have hi Mainland FM. The whole economic situation in this country still boils down to circular flow of income. This means how income is moved by various factors on policies from the individuals through taxes, government policies, production, market, and finally back to the individual. But in Nigeria, the government gives with the right hand and takes it back threefold with the left hand. Our only hope now is to diversify our economy and start producing so we can start to export and have comparative advantage during foreign trade. Let us exploit our gas. We have been flaring gas now for over 30 years constantly. We had used that 30 wasted years of gas we would have used that 30 years of wasted gas to do a lot. We would have been competing with Russia by now. Since our leaders have decided not to build our refineries, we have a lot of tourist centers. If Dubai can do it from a desert, how much more Nigeria to bring foreign investments? But the international hands will not allow Africa to grow. And that is Sean from Festac, diversifying the economy. Also, I have here, good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. My name is Victor from Shomolu. Until we fix our refineries, we can't do anything about subsidy. For the IG, we know a tree cannot make a forest. He needs all hands on deck to reform the system because the police institution has been paralyzed by corruption. And so, but what's the way forward? That's the question we're asking. All right. Good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. The new agenda I'm setting for the acting IG is professionalism in our policing system. Flush out bad eggs, name and shame them, just like the former IG was doing. He should continue with that. Another reform I would like to see is police not flocking around VIPs. It's sad we see police reduced to slaves around these folks. Police shouldn't be given to every Tom, Dick and Harry simply because they have money. Anybody who needs security should contact private security companies. We're already under-policed. The VIPs have taken more than 30 or 40% of the police, leaving the rest of the population with a few police officers. Let there be a complete overhaul in the policing system. On the issue of PMS, I'm not surprised. The only way it won't go up is when we have local refineries working. I mean, the marketers can't sell below market price. It's what they buy at the market they will sell since there's no more subsidy. We need to get our local refineries working to boost local production.
At least we can't dollarize that market. It's local production. So
yes.
we sell at our
it's
own.
Naira to Naira.
I don't want to
say they bring back new Naira, old Naira. Kwelumi from Lagos, thank you very much. Let's take some calls. Yes, very detailed. Let's take some more phone calls. We'll be back to messages in a bit. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Madam Sandra and my dear friend Fuhad.
Good morning, sir. Barrister Peter Oko.
Barrister Peter Oko from Maryland. Yes, on the two issues we're focusing on this morning. The issue of regulation of the the petroleum sector. You think? I think my personal take is that the Asiwaju government is trying to hit Nigerians below the belt, because any reasonable person that has been in this country for the past 80 years and that has conscience must be able to tell himself that Nigerians have suffered untold hardship, which they do not deserve. So for this government to come in and instead of taking very positive steps to revive the situation and to compensate Nigerians for the 80 years of hardship and decimation by the Buhari government, the first step they are taking is to go and remove a fuel subsidy. I think Nigerians must not accept it. So the fight is not for NLC alone. It is for everybody. Civil society groups should all stand up and say no. Go and restructure the society. Go and recover all the money looted during the 8 years of Buhari administration. Go and reduce the huge emolument of the National Assembly members.
All right.
Go and reduce the waste in government. Go and reduce the number of states. A lot of states cannot sustain themselves. They should merge. Okay. We don't need to have 36 states. We can get 25 and reduce the number of states.
Right, Mr. Peter.
So there are a lot of things that the Tinubu government must do now and leave the issue of subsidy. You cannot start punishing people from day one. God bless all of you.
Amen. Thank you very much. We should reduce 36 states. Well, some people still can't say we should add more to Southeast since they have just.
We can even have the state structure, but it's just about transparency, accountability, and the cost of governance, and who's going to build the car. Again, I'm just a realist. I think some of these things are not achievable.
Hello, good morning. Oh, we lost that one. Okay. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, my name is Chris. I'm calling from Mobola.
Okay.
What we are witnessing in this country right now is just the definition of the new hope that Tinubu promised Nigeria. This is the definition. Everybody is seeing it right now. I mean, I can't understand this. Look at the humongous amount of money that Fuhad mentioned this morning that they're going to spend on the National Assembly, the presidency, and all these people. What kind of sacrifice are they going to make? You are asking Nigerians to tighten their belts, and your own stomachs are all coming out. They are spending the whole money on themselves. What kind of a country is this? How can this is highly unacceptable. This is wicked. I don't understand what is happening in this country. How can they continue like this? They should tell us the ways they're going to make sacrifices too. Let them slash all their stars. Give them only 50% of their or whatever that is due them. Let them make their own sacrifices too. From the presidency down to all his appointees. This is the only way we can move in this country. Just like Peter Akko said, he should go and recover all the money that was stolen in this country. The oil theft, all those money that were stolen under Buhari, he should go and recover that money. That would be enough for us to do a lot in this country. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much. We appreciate Mr. Chris. Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mobola.
Good morning, Pastor Ambrose.
Good morning, Fuhad, Saheed.
Good morning, Pastor.
Well, we thank God for another day. Fuhad, what was it that President Goodluck Jonathan did then that they said they harmonized all the salary structures so that you can't steal, and forgotten what they called it then?
This salary
Can you remember when they said all the money that you pay is going to pass through one
treasury single account?
TSA.
What happened to it? Because when you hear of all of these frauds, during the past government, you ask, because I think that something was done to checkmate fraud. It was fraud proof. And at the end of the day, is it still working?
I doubt it.
Now, we just make good policies and then we don't follow them up. This fuel, I can tell you, until the Naira stabilizes. That's why I keep on saying that we are not subsidizing anything. What we are experiencing is the Naira devaluation. Once the Naira crashes, the prices of fuel goes up. And they were telling us that too, that they were subsidizing fuel. And I asked myself, this NMPC was the sole importer of fuel. They will import it for 500 and sell it for 200 naira per liter. And they will still end up paying marketers again. And nobody is being held accountable. This government will not just move on. They should go back into yesterday, probe NMPC, and make sure that...
Pastor Ambrose, your voice is dropping. We can barely hear you.
I said this government should go into NMPC.
Okay.
The past, they should not just say they should move on with life. They should go into NMPC and probe this thing because they were not subsidizing anything. Government was only overspending to buy fuel to sell for marketers at 200 naira. Now, we are not, the end of this fuel matter has not ended until we are able to stabilize our naira. It is going to continue.
Right.
For me,
thank you.
In conclusion, for me, I am neither here nor there. I am still watching and observing. By December, I will know where the government is going to.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Pastor Ambrose. I appreciate 0913-6000-410. We're live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can drop your comments there as well. All right, we have some messages on Facebook. I'll just quickly take them and we'll be back to phone calls in a bit. Sandra and Fuhad, I agree to essentially. Before Mr. President came to power, his supporters and campaigners kept saying he transformed the IGR of Lagos as governor and that he would replicate that in the country if he becomes president. So why are people surprised about the planned increase in VAT for diesel? Why are people surprised about planned increase in electricity tariffs in July? He wants to increase our IGR as a nation and more increment coming. Mr. Fuhad, we really need police reforms. The new IGP should do this side by side with tackling insecurity. Policemen should be banned from snatching phones when people are filming incidents. Policemen should no longer be given to politicians. They should serve everybody. Policemen should be taking regular courses, including a constable. When I see policemen like DIG Frank Umba, I fall in love with the NPF. They are not all bad as it seems. James Ogbonna, thank you very much. We have Ben Judy.
Even our friend, in
Benjamin Ondein.
You see him.
You feel like being joining the police force
immediately when you see.
All right, we also have, but I think he is the face of the police force, so he should exude that kind of
in
aura.
Lagos. They are PR.
Yes, the PRO.
We've had PROs before.
It's okay.
It's so exceptional. We just have to give it to him.
It's okay. Ben Judy saying until our refineries start working and producing, else we'll keep suffering with fuel pump prices. Although Meleki thinks otherwise.
No need that, just
it's okay. Well, I have here Akinyele. Okay. Good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. First and foremost, I always appreciate analysis of Mr. Fuhad. May I only talk on issue of police alone? Yes, of course. Please kindly hammer it in the hearing of the new IG. At this point, comprehensive psychiatric tests must be carried out for all our policemen so that we can get out bad eggs among them. This is not the way police behave in other countries. We have to get it right this time. Apostle Akinleye Hezekiah Olaolu from Suberoje, Castle Bus Stop, Alagbado. Thank you very much. I will also have some WhatsApp messages here. Good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. What is really happening to this our country? I think it's time NLC should come out and protest. Rahim from Agege. Thank you. Sandra and Fuhad, I greet you. Okay. We have taken this already. Good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. The new IGP should calm down and look within and do the necessary. It is not about feeling like a tiger or elephant because it is never a single man's show. And you should not forget that you cannot have all people under within him. And fuel price, there is no alternative than having our refineries run locally. And the federal government really needs to break down the oil sector completely and rebuild it. Otherwise, the ghosts and spirits within that sector will continue to rise above our heads. Damlola from Alaba. Thank you very much. Ajibola Christopher from Shogunle. My take is agenda for the new IG. Show leadership by example, by coming against corruption and indiscipline. Nepotism and prebendal positions. Proper and quality training, retraining and orientation. Recruitment of the right personnel. Most importantly, ensure the president signs the bill existing the force from obnoxious pencom. That's
still about remuneration and benefit.
That would be the mother of welfare the personnel need for optimum performance. Anybody against the bill is an enemy to the force and the country. The president should grant him the political will to perform. Ajibola Christopher, thank you very much.
And then the issue that Moses raised, Moses from Akonjo, also about that rivalry between the PSC and the IG.
Yes,
I think it has to be
mentioned
resolved.
That's exactly.
They should be working across people. It should be synergy,
Hello, good morning. Oh, we lost that one. All right. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Lady Sandra.
Good morning, Prince Wise.
Good morning.
Why you for low like that? Huh? Lady?
It's hi, Prince Wise. Please help us turn off your radio set.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning to you.
Morning,
Good
sir.
morning. You're welcome.
God bless you all.
Amen.
You see, this morning, the IG, you see, that he feel like lion in him. That alone, I want you to be lion-hearted IG, ready to tame those murder into terrorizing the country. And as it is, he know his work, and he must do it. He talk now. He must walk the talk. And that's the most important. I wish him best of luck. Because without security, that can be a tangible development. So Mr. President has done well for what he has been doing. We are praying for all of them. Those service chief, all of them, we are praying for them to succeed. And for the fuel. Yes, it can be the same price everywhere. Once the NFP is so import of fuel into the country, they are going to fix the price. But if they are so open, so they can hurry anybody that are ready to go and get fuel from anywhere, I'm telling you the price can be the same thing. And the price must come down. Subsidy taken away, yes. A joint organization in support of it. You can't be borrowing money, you borrow from IMF, you borrow from China, and you borrow from NFPC. NFPC is supposed to be remit their money to a single account.
Right.
They were now borrowing Nigeria government money to pay salary. If we continue this way, that a time they won't be able to borrow money to borrow Nigeria any cover. And to pay salary of workers is very difficult. So by now, we are feeling the pain, we know, but we are enjoying. By special grace of Almighty, it will get better, it will get better, by special grace of God. Good morning to you, to your student, my dear people.
Thank you very much, Prince Wise. Unfortunately, that is the last, contribution that we can take this morning. We have run out of time. However, as usual, the conversation continues by 4 p.m. with Okwemi Akinyode in the Situation Room, where we can have more conversation as regards governance and political issues. My name is Mobola Sandra. Thank you very much, Fuhad Saheed.
Thank you for having me.
Although we'll be coming back by 9:45 for Global View, where we'll be looking at the major trending stories on the international scene. This is Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
Mainland 98.3 FM.